to reflect on as being an immense tragedy. But on the 20th anniversary, there's something, and maybe it's just sitting on this couch with you all, that maybe feels a little bit different.
I agree.
Yeah, when I think about 9/11 in Flight 93 in particular, I think about a day of immense darkness. I think about the great hope and bravery that was demonstrated by the passengers of Flight 93.
Just for one day.
And that in the midst of darkness, there's still light pouring in.
We can be heroes forever and ever.
Many of the children plan to be in Shanksville tomorrow to observe the 20th anniversary with their families. That's all for this edition of Dateline. I'm Lester Holt. For all of us at NBC News, good night.
Matters. Lithia Subaru of Fresno. Subaru. Confidence in motion. KC24 News begins with your forecast first from your local weather authority.
I'm Chief Meteorologist AJ Fox, and our Valley Cam shows we had pretty clear skies today in the Central Valley. Live radar confirming much of that. It was a lot quieter than last night, and our high temperatures today definitely were into the upper and mid 90s, a couple of triple digits on the valley floor, and it looks like temperatures are going to remain below normal through the weekend and into next week. I'll have your complete forecast coming up. KC24 News at 11 starts right now.
Local news that matters. This is KC24 News at 11.
They're going to write a lot of citations.
Fresno police working to bring down the number of pedestrian and cyclist deaths on city roads. We'll tell you why officers have shifted their focus. Good evening. Thank you for joining us. I'm Stephanie Baruchian.
And I'm Alexander Lakian. New tonight, Fresno police aiming to make the streets safer, launching a pedestrian and bicycle safety operation after dozens of people were killed on the roads last year. Our AJ Cotto at Granite Park tonight, where Boots in the Park has just wrapped up.
Patrols are focused on high traffic areas, and this concert definitely made this area one of those, keeping the motor officers extremely busy. Fresno police motor officers out on the streets as part of a pedestrian and bicycle safety sweep.
Slow down, pay attention.
Sergeant Michael McCrae says there have been 42 pedestrian collision fatalities so far this year, compared to just 35 all of last year. Officers are working to curb the trend by increasing patrols, specifically looking for violations made by bicyclists, drivers, and pedestrians.
Tonight, when it comes to citations, they're going to write a lot of citations.
McCrae says on a night with a big event like Boots in the Park, they can easily give out 100 citations. Because a team of officers was stationed outside, they were able to respond to this fender bender in seconds. McCrae says in the beginning of the year, fatalities were up about 40 to 50% over last year. But with these operations, they've been able to bring the number down to about 5%.
The ultimate goal is public safety. We want to make sure that each and every person that's out on the roadway or that's in the roadway gets home safely and gets home to their loved ones.
And Sergeant McCrae says that they are trying to do this type of operation 2 times a month. In Fresno, AJ Cotto, KC24, local news that matters.
Tomorrow marks 2 decades since the September 11th attacks, and we're taking a live look now at the site in New York City where the World Trade Center once stood.
As we look back on the terrorist attacks, we remember that the Pentagon was also a target 20 years ago.
Our Washington correspondent Basil John reports on what the federal government has to say now about 9/11.
Good evening. While the Twin Towers burned in New York on September 11th, a third plane crashed into the Pentagon, the symbol and center of U.S. military power. Now, 20 years later, officials say that day serves as a constant reminder.
20 years since the loss of nearly 3,000 lives.
Friday, in a private ceremony for employees, the Pentagon paid honor to the lives lost during the 9/11 terrorist attack.
Including 125 of our teammates here at the Pentagon and 59 innocent passengers and crew aboard American Airlines Flight 77.
Pentagon Administration and Management Director Michael B. Donnelly says we must not forget the loss of those friends, families, and colleagues.
Renew the ties that bind us together as one Pentagon family.
Deputy Defense Secretary Kathleen Hicks vividly remembers what happened that day.
This country had been attacked on a horrific scale across multiple locations, and it was done in a cowardly, horrific way.
The FBI held a remembrance ceremony and rang a bell 3 times to represent the 3 affected sites.
For me personally, September 11th was the single most impactful experience in my career.
FBI Director Christopher Wray says some interns now joining the agency weren't even born when the tragedy happened and are now learning the full impact of what happened.
So that they never forget how that day transformed our nation.
And President Joe Biden has a message to all those families impacted.
America and the world commemorate you and your loved ones, the pieces of your soul.
The Pentagon is holding a larger ceremony tomorrow, 20 years exactly after the attack. President Joe Biden will start his day of remembrance off in New York before traveling to the site where another plane bound for D.C. crashed outside Shanksville, Pennsylvania. Then the president will finish his day at the Pentagon. Reporting in Washington, I'm Basil John.
And here locally, there will be plenty of events to mark the 20-year anniversary of 9/11. The Sanger American Legion Post will have an event starting at 7:30 in the morning. The Clovis 9/11 Memorial and the Tulare County Fire Department memorials will all begin at 8 a.m. The Orosi Sports Complex will hold a remembrance at 10 in the morning, and Fresno's Woodward Park will hold an event at 11 a.m. Fresno's Todd Beamer Park will also host a very special tribute to Beamer, a former Fresno State student who was one of the heroic passengers on United Flight 93. That starts at 6:30. You can find all the details on our website, yourcentralvalley.com.
Clovis real estate agent who's facing federal charges in the January 6th Capitol insurrection is out of jail tonight. Federal court documents say a judge allowed Benjamin Martin to be released from jail this morning after posting a $15,000 cash bond. Martin also had to surrender his passport and post a property bond. He's known locally for clashing with local politicians and protesting mask mandates. We spoke to a local legal expert who says given the nature of Martin's alleged crime, his release isn't surprising.
Unless it was one of the individuals that was shown actually with some kind of a real weapon on them, or they were actually shown striking somebody, and there's a good video of that. They're not treating them as harshly, I think, as they could.
Martin also faces additional federal charges for allegedly possessing a firearm after facing a domestic violence charge. Martin is due back in federal court on September 22nd. And new charges have been filed against a 30-year-old, Brasida Saran, the Madera woman previously charged in the death of her 2-year-old son. The Madera County District Attorney's Office says she is now facing new charges for the 2015 death of her 4-month-old daughter. In July of 2020, Brasida and her husband were charged with murder in the death of their 2-year-old son, Thaddeus. The search for young Thaddeus drew community members and law enforcement agencies, including the FBI, who searched for the toddler for over a week. A tip eventually led them to an agriculture burn area near the Madera city limits where his body was found. Madera County's DA says Saran will face arraignment for the new charges on October 8th.
Residents in a central Fresno apartment complex awake to a man firing several rounds from a shotgun, leading to a police standoff. Police were called out just before 3 in the morning to the Avery Apartments on Barstow near the 41. Officers arrived and surrounded the complex and began negotiating with the suspect.
While officers were on scene, several more shots were fired. The helicopter was able to see the subject armed with the firearm, but continued PA announcements with the subject.
The standoff would last about 2.5 hours. The 41-year-old suspect was then taken into custody without incident. A suspected child sex predator is off the streets tonight. Fresno police say Miguel Canis was arrested this afternoon, wanted on 3 counts of lewd acts with a child under the age of 14. He is being held on a $2 million bail.
In our coverage of the pandemic, hospitals in Fresno County remain overwhelmed and overloaded. It's prompting health officials to continue their call to get more people vaccinated and convince those still hesitant.
If the path to the goal means making more doctor's appointments and having more conversations with medical experts, then certainly, we will invest in that.
The latest numbers of residents in Fresno County fully vaccinated stands at more than 456,000. A scary situation for some students and a bus driver in Visalia. This happened yesterday as their school bus caught fire at a stoplight. Flames and thick smoke were seen pouring out of that vehicle, starting from a small engine fire, and soon that smoke surrounded the school bus at the intersection of Noble Avenue and Demery Street. KSee24's Shauna Kalafi with more.
I looked out my window and I saw smoke. So I pulled my brake, opened the doors, told the kids to stay there, ran out and around the bus, and saw there was a lot of smoke.
An engine fire igniting on a school bus in Visalia Thursday with about 35 students on board heading home from Central Valley Christian School.
I ran back on the bus and I told the kids, we are doing an evacuation, the bus might be on fire.
My bus driver just sprinted to go check what it is because we all said that there was smoke. And then after she was just all, okay, we're going to do this as a group. And we had to count how many kids were there and we had to run off the bus and it was really scary.
The bus driver was able to get all the students off the bus within minutes before firefighters arrived with no injuries.
She truly is the hero in the situation. She's really the first responder, making sure they all got out of the bus safely. I thank her from the bottom of my heart.
The bus driver says the kids played a big part in the safe evacuation as well, using what they'd learned from their drills.
I helped out by just staying behind to make sure all the seats were empty because I don't want anybody to be left behind because it was scary for little kids and kids that are older than me.
Shauna Kalafi, KSee24, local news that matters.
And still to come on KSee24 News at 11, Caldor fire evacuees are returning home.
It's great.
What it means to residents to return to a sense of normalcy after weeks of staying in temporary accommodations.
And Governor Newsom cast his ballot in the recall election, why he feels the process has been weaponized.
Your weather headlines for tonight, triple digits, they're going to be gone for a while. Sunny skies, though, that we're expecting this weekend will keep it above average, and there will be some cooler temperatures coming next week. Your 4-day allergy forecast brought to you by Boz Allergy. That'll be high through the weekend. Ragweed, elm, and quinopods, the predominant pollens. I'll have your complete forecast as KSee24 News continues.
Now from KSee24, this is a Clear the Shelters pet adoption tip.
A great way to help your new pet get used to their new home is to give them a set routine. Feed them in the same place and at the same time every day. Set a schedule to exercise your pet and keep that schedule so your pet can get used to it. Knowing what to expect each day will help your new pet adjust to their forever home.
This Clear the Shelters pet tip has been brought to you by Whitey's Pets and KSee24.
For those ready to answer adventure's highest calling, we've built our most capable Subaru yet. With sure-footed symmetrical all-wheel drive, 9.5 inches of ground clearance, and turbocharged climbing power. Discover Adventure Elevated, the all-new 2022 Subaru Outback Wilderness.
Get to Subaru of Fresno, where every new Subaru comes with complimentary maintenance included.
Hey everyone, tonight we have an all-new show. Reese Witherspoon will be joining us. Simu Liu will be here in studio. Plus we have music from Lisa. And thank you, Noah. It's a great show tonight.
New Tonight Show starring Jimmy Fallon. Tonight on NBC.
Hey, you may be in Fresno, but now you can get the authentic taste of Philly at Carl's Jr. Juicy, charbroiled Angus beef topped with thinly sliced ribeye, melty cheese, roasted peppers, and onions. It's the all-new Philly Cheesesteak Angus Thick Burger. You can even upgrade your breakfast to the new Philly Cheesesteak Burrito with fluffy eggs. Turns out, you don't have to go all the way to the East Coast to get the real deal. Just pop down to your local Carl's Jr. and fill up on the new Philly Cheesesteaks. Feed your happy.
The latest conditions, live. The KSee24 Valley Cam Network. Now, AMS certified. certified chief meteorologist, AJ Fox, with your local weather authority forecast.
Well, temperatures were definitely above normal, but below 100 degrees for the first time in a while. And so we were happy to have a 98 for a high temperature. Even though that's 5 degrees above normal, our morning low was quite a bit warmer. And that was the last little bit of the cloudiness that was clearing away. It didn't allow us to get very cool last night. But the cooler air coming in allowed our temperatures to only reach a high of 98 degrees. We're at 82 right now in Fresno, 79 in Visalia and also Porterville, 77 in Madera, still 80 in Lemoore. Compare this to 24 hours ago, several degrees cooler than yesterday. Not quite as dramatic as it was a few hours ago, so things are starting to level off right now. That's my point. Looking at our Valley Cam, you can see that our skies started pretty clear out there today, and then towards the end we saw a little bit of cloudiness that started to develop. Passes by, and then towards the end we're really clearing out. So we're going to end up with clear skies tonight, and our temperatures are going to stay again below 100 degrees. Live radar, nice and clear. Satellite pictures showing all those clouds clearing away. Now still a little activity over into Nevada, but it's definitely clearing out for all of California. About the smoke, still plenty of smoke to be had in Northern California, and for us in the Central Valley in the next several days, it'll be still on the light side, but starting to increase a little bit. Enjoy the clear skies while they last for the next couple of days. Futurecast gives us a lot of sunshine, and temperatures, although they're going to stay above normal, they're going to be below that triple-digit mark. Overnight low temperatures tonight, 63 in Delano, Pixley, 65 in Visalia, Huron 64, same in 5 Points, Madera 62, Mendota same, 61 in Chowchilla and Merced, 59 for Los Banos, and we're looking for high temperatures to be in the 90s, 92 in Los Banos, 94 in Dos Palos, even 90 in Mariposa and Oakhurst, 91 in Auberry, 96 in San Joaquin, 5 Points in Huron, 97, 96 in Lemoore, Tulare 95, same in Pixley, and 94 expected in Delano. And our air quality, that's going to be good in Merced County and then moderate for everybody else, but we got a good county in there, and that's good news. Your renewable solar forecast staying pretty flat with the numbers Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. A lot of sunshine, high electricity generation numbers, and energy savings 100%, meaning meters should be running backwards this weekend and into early next week. Tonight, expect an overnight low of 67 with clear skies as mild temperatures, winds up to 15 miles per hour, and that's why it's going to be that much cooler in the morning. 96 will be the high temperature, so that's cooler than today and still above normal. Northwest wind at 10 miles per hour. And over the next 7 days, temperatures are going to get a little bit hotter again. 98 for Monday and Tuesday, and that's as hot as it gets. And then we start trending down. It's a slow trend, but we go down into the lower 90s for Thursday and Friday. And look at those morning low temperatures from mid 60s down into the lower 60s, finally feeling like fall around here. Your regional forecasts are available on our website at yourcentralvalley.com. So please go check it out there. Alex and Stephanie, back to you.
AJ, thanks so much. Well, how about this tonight? The kickoff party for Fresno's Real Pride Film Festival. It's changed venues this year, leaving the Tower Theater over concerns about its sale and rezoning. The festival is now at Fresno City College. Real Pride is one of the oldest gay and lesbian film festivals in the entire nation. The event runs through Sunday.
And September is Hunger Action Month, and our parent company Nexstar is working with Feeding America to fight hunger. Here in the Valley, we're raising money for the Central California Food Bank. So if you'd like to help, there's a link to donate at the top of the homepage on our website. Just go to yourcentralvalley.com. Coming up next in sports, the Fresno State football team returns home.
And it'll be under the lights for the first time this season. Julia Lopez will preview the Bulldogs' twilight game against Cal Poly tomorrow night.
Many places full of history mark the Valley. Join me as I take you on a tour of the people and places that made history right here in our backyard. This week we visit a town where two major Valley rivers meet. On the Map, Thursdays at 6 on ksee24.
Summer heat has arrived. Due to poor air quality and smoke, there's an increased risk for respiratory conditions. Our safe, clean offices are located throughout the Valley. Stay cool, stay hydrated, and make sure to get proper treatment at Boz Allergy today.
Hello, Californians. You've got a big choice to make by September 14th. Governor Newsom has spent the past year and a half protecting California communities. Now Republicans are trying to recall him from office and overturn common sense COVID safety measures for healthcare workers and school staff. Your vote could be the difference between protecting our Californians recover or taking us backwards. Protect California by voting no on the Republican recall.
For the 2021 recall election, every active registered voter will receive a vote-by-mail ballot with a unique barcode on the return envelope. Receive notifications and track its status once you mail it, drop it off at your polling place, or at a drop box.
For millions of people in America, a daily meal is a choice between food and other crucial needs, like medicine, electricity, or childcare. How will you choose to end hunger?
Our families are facing a crisis. Extreme weather is forcing families to leave their homes, abandon small businesses, suffer through record-breaking heat waves. But David Valadao turned his back on us, voting against real action on climate change, putting our health and homes at even greater risk. We need David Valadao to see what's in front of him. The danger is real. Extreme weather can't be ignored. We need action now.
Summer heat has arrived. Due to poor air quality and smoke, there's an increased risk for respiratory conditions. Our safe, clean offices are located throughout the valley. Stay cool, stay hydrated, and make sure to get proper treatment at Boz Allergy today.
ksee24 News is brought to you in part by the Fresno County Superintendent of Schools. Now, Sports Central, presented by Toyota.
The Fresno State football team is ready to host Cal Poly tomorrow night in the Bulldogs' third game of the season. The Dogs are coming off of a close loss to 11th-ranked Oregon, a feeling that's still staying.
Man, so still, like, we're past the game, but we know that we should have came out with that victory, and we're just taking that into the next game.
Continue to improve every week and just get better. The guys did a really good job week 1 to week 2, and obviously playing against a little better opponent in Oregon, you know, we strapped up and competed our tails off and just fell short. So went, reviewed it, know what we need to correct, and we'll fix it.
I told the guys we have only one option, and that's growth. And that's all you can take from this is growth. If you look at it any other way and you sit back and, you know, wait for it to feel better, it's never going to. So we did take it personally. We thought the defense gave us a chance to win in the fourth quarter, and shoot, that's all you can ask for.
As a defense, we love and we take pride being on the football field. And we tell ourselves you have to be like a fireman. It doesn't matter how you got on the football field. You got to be able to go on and put out the fire. And you make sure that when you have your... And I hope we're put in another scenario where the game is on the line and the defense is on the football field, because I think it's going to be something that we're going to learn from. And it's our time and our turn to be able to put our football team on our back.
Our focus is on us, just keep getting better. And that's going to be the way it is every single week, because I just really believe it's about us. It's about us taking care of our business and getting better every single. And, you know, being ready, obviously each game presents different challenges and excitements. And, you know, this excitement for this game is we get to play back at home. It's going to be an evening game on a Saturday night. And that's exciting for our players to be back and be in an environment where last weekend where we're at home and those cheers are for us and the distractions are to help it in our favor.
So there will be some familiar faces on the other sideline tomorrow night, including former Bulldog wide receiver Chris Coleman, who's now playing for Cal Poly. Kickoff is set for 7 o'clock at Bulldog Stadium tomorrow night. That is your look at sports. I'm Julia Lopez for Sports Central.
Allard's Art is your local source for all of your drawing and painting needs, from blank canvas to professional framing, plus the Valley's largest assortment of fine pins. Allard's Art on Blackstone and Barstow.
For more information on this business, go to yourcentralvalley.com and click on Central Valley Local.
Owning a house is big. Bigger than loans and down payments. At Golden One, we'll help you find better loans and rates, so owning your home is more possible than ever. Join us. Let's make your dream home happen.
Our families are facing a crisis. Extreme weather is forcing families to leave their homes, abandon small businesses, suffer through record-breaking heat waves. But David Valadao turned his back on us, voting against real action on climate change, putting our health and homes at even greater risk. We need David Valadao to see what's in front of him. The danger is real. Extreme weather can't be ignored. We need action.
Got you covered, America. Go solar American style with Semper Solaris, your local veteran-owned solar and battery storage contractor. Here's veteran, founder, and owner Kelly Shawhan.
In the military, when you give your word, it just is your word. Work hard and keep your word. And that's what we do every single day.
I've heard about Semper Solaris and found out that they were veterans. I knew they were going to do the job right.
Add Tesla Powerwall and be ready for blackouts. We get the job done with esprit de corps and honor. Semper Solaris offers new AC systems with a lifetime warranty and new roofs with a 50-year warranty. We hire vets and give back to the community with our Semper Cares initiative. Go solar American style with Semper Solaris, and we'll cover your electric bill. 0 down, 0 interest, and 0 payments until 2023. Get the federal 26% solar and battery tax credit. $500 off for military, first responders, and healthcare workers. Call now or visit SemperSolaris.com.
Owning a house is big. Bigger than loans and down payments. At Golden One, we'll help you find better loans and rates, so owning your home is more possible than ever. Join us. Let's make your dream home happen.
Now YourCentralValley.com pros who know.
Your old leaky windows could be responsible for up to 35% of your home's heating and cooling bill. Call us at Glass Pro to see how new windows will save you money.
For more expert advice, go to YourCentralValley.com/pros who know.
ksee24, your local election headquarters. Governor Newsom already casting his vote today in the recall election that could remove him from office. The governor has faced some harsh criticism from Republicans over his handling of the pandemic, COVID restrictions as well in the state. Newsom says the recall process has been weaponized, but he says the results will have profound consequences.
This whole recall process has been weaponized, and not just the state, you're seeing it all across this country, but notably here in the state of California. It's exhausting. I can't imagine how voters are feeling, but I just want to encourage them. We've got to finish the job here. We can't take this moment for granted. The consequences of this election are profound and pronounced.
Now, the latest polling suggesting that Governor Newsom will hold on to his job. The recall election is on Tuesday. And the recall election will be also part of Sunday Morning Matters. A big part of it will have Assemblyman Kevin Kiley, and also exclusive interview with the chairman of the House Intel Committee, Congressman Adam Schiff, and also a tribute to 9/11, all starting Sunday, 8 a.m., right after Meet the Press.
Caldor fire, more than 218,000 acres. It is 53% contained tonight. Thousands of fire crews still battling the flames. Last night's lightning storm triggered new fires in the region. Some firefighters were diverted to battle those other blazes, like one near El Dorado Hills. But many who live near the fire lines feel the worst of the blaze is over. Resident Scott Caesar is one of them. He finally got to go back to his home after living 3 weeks in a camper.
Just to have a home that's here, and so thankful, for that.
And Scott Caesar says he's also very thankful for the resilience of all of those firefighters. And still to come on ksee24 News at 11, this has to be seen to believe.
And it seems this fan doesn't quite believe what he's done either. We're going to tell you all about it next.
Newsom opposes charter schools and school choice. What's worse, while he shut down public schools for more than a year, he continues sending his own kids to in-person private schools. I'm Larry Elder.
Recall Newsom. Elect Elder.
Psst, hey, you may be in Fresno, but now you can get the authentic taste of Philly at Carl's Jr. Juicy, charbroiled Angus beef topped with thin peppers and onions. It's the all-new Philly Cheesesteak Angus Thick Burger. You can even upgrade your breakfast to the new Philly Cheesesteak Burrito with fluffy eggs. Turns out, you don't have to go all the way to the East Coast to get the real deal. Just pop down to your local Carl's Jr. and fill up on the new Philly Cheesesteaks. Feed your happy.
Welcome to California Scoop.
The underwater world can be yours to explore. Let California Scuba Center make it happen. Come in now to sign up for August scuba classes in a heated pool, or reserve a spot for our Labor Day weekend trip to San Diego. Log on to Clovis Adult Education for fall open water diving classes. Veterans, let the GI Bill pay for you and your family's scuba diving certifications. California Scuba Center, where everything's scuba.
Your diving adventure
let the equity in your home open new doors with a home equity line of credit from EECU. Remodel your kitchen, turn your backyard into your own private escape, or pay down debt. And now through October 31st, 2021, pay no application fee or closing cost. Let EECU help you finance all the things that bring joy to your life. EECU, smarter banking since 1934. EECU is an equal housing lender.
It's back and bigger than ever. Chansey Gold's $1.45 million Golden Wheel of Cash. Now through October 29th, just spend a total of $3,000. Millionaire. Drawings are Thursdays and Fridays at 8, 9, and 10 p.m. During every drawing, 3 winners will be called to the stage to spin the wheel, and every spin wins cash prizes. Earn entries daily only at Chansey Gold Resort and Casino.
Carvio Fresno is your Every vehicle we sell has been checked out and serviced. That's why Carvio offers a lifetime warranty for as long as you own your vehicle. Check out our large inventory on our website, or better yet, come over and see for yourself for a stress-free car buying experience. And with 0 down with good credit and other financing options, you can drive out with the car you want for a price you can afford. Carvio on North Blackstone and Spruce, home of the lifetime used car warranty.
Newsom shut tiny stores but kept big chains open. His rich donors made billions. High taxes, cost of living, and growing violent crime. Poor schools are driving out the middle class. I'm Larry Elder.
Recall Newsom. Elect Elder.
Hey, fair season starting up again. We'll give you a look at the Tulare County Fair.
And we need your help to clear the shelters. We'll introduce you to some pets who want to join your family. All that and more next week on Sunrise.
Hey everyone, Simu Liu is here tonight. Plus we have Reese Witherspoon, a performance from Lisa, and a brand new thank you note. It's a great show tonight.
Before we go, how about this for a nice little catch in Oakland? A fan at the A's game. Look what he found in his fanny pack. Yeah, just a little home run ball right there. The unidentified fan, of course, he's staying silent about this. Certainly seemed pleased with his success of using his fanny pack for much more than, well, whatever's in his fanny pack.
I'll never make fun again.
Zip it up, and he's got the ball there.
And I guarantee you he was the only fan wearing a fanny pack.
You might see more of it now.
Now it'll be a thing.
Real quick, forecast for the weekend.
Well, temperature's not 100 degrees, not a single one. In fact, the hotter days will be 98, but then next week, cooler every day towards the end of the week. In fact, getting into the lower 60s for morning lows is going to be very comfortable in the morning.
Ooh, so it sounds like the record is 67, and that's it.
67 triple-digit days. I mean, when we get to October, I'll feel better about saying that's it.
Yeah, and it's still, anything could happen. We know that, but that looks good.
Yeah.
And that does it for us. Thank you for joining us.
Have a great weekend.
Keep yourself and your family safe with immediate information from ksee24. Download the YourCentralValley.com app to receive breaking news alerts and live streaming information from state and local sources. Download the app now.